Hello, and welcome to the Holy Collective. I am Loki Legionson, and this is the path of Lokianism. Enjoy. A gift is only a gift when you give someone something that they want, not when you give them something you want or think that they should have. A gift has no attachment. It should be given freely and unconditionally. The persons receiving it should have the right to do anything with the gift. Use it, destroy it, give it away, or pass it down. It is theirs without condition. The giver shall expect nothing in return. If it doesn't fit that criteria, then it is not a true gift. It should rather be classified as something else. Several people gift others constantly and aren't really aware of it. We give or gift words of encouragement, share humorous and emotional incidents, offer sympathy and compassion, or are genuine, unfailing friends. We should continue to give gifts of encouragement, for gifts of peace, love, unity, respect, forgiveness, kindness, and compassion. If we are all consciously chose to give gifts like that, we would all benefit and harmonize, thus setting global equilibrium or world harmony into motion. Now we move on to prayer. Most people get overtly caught up in prayer. After all, prayer is an inward or outward talking to the spiritual world. Sometimes we need to do the opposite and simply listen. Listen not only with our ears, but with our eyes and with our hearts. To listen, we must clear thoughts out of our minds and wait, without judgment or direct concern, and to receive the sounds, images, or intuitive feelings that we experience. We cannot hear, see, or feel the messages of oneness when we are too busy talking, replaying past or future events, and struggling to interpret our own personal agendas. This allows for distraction on all levels, and we therefore miss the current directions that are flowing to us. We are too distracted by our sensory input and usually miss the opportunity of divine intervention as it unfolds. These human vessels, vehicles, chariots, or containers are not ours. We should accept that they are temporary and that ultimately they should be returned to the soil as a whole or as ash, just as all elements in the universe are. We should learn to detach with care. We are too graspy. Now we move back to fear. The government uses fear to capitalize on all of its slaves of society. Our government leaders don't have to threaten us with weapons of mass destruction to hold us in fear. Rather, they merely provide a wide spectrum of illusions, and the already fear-filled individuals run screaming, later telling stories of devils, evil sorcery, and demonic possession. Some of these illusions include horror stories in the news, media, movies, video game violence, propaganda, and rumors passed along and thickened by social media networks. It's quite easy for us to be controlled by the clutches of fear because we polish, load, aim, and pull the triggers ourselves. They just provide the ammo. We take ourselves out for them. It's like the devil's greatest trick, a trick we perform on ourselves. Now we move to time. The purpose for the passage of time is to allow people to become better at traversing the game of life. Time is a unit of measurement which measures our wisdom or ignorance, which ultimately reveals more and more the expression of one's beingness. Therefore, if you are a better or worse person this year than last, only you will know it for certain. Only if you have truly progressed are you deserved of celebration. On such occasions like New Year's or your birthday, otherwise, you should choose to abstain from such glamorous celebrations due to the lack of progression or stagnance. If you actually have progressed, then party up. We often put too much emphasis on the external wants, cravings, and desires of the flesh. It isn't the objective substances of materialism, which exist on the outside of the self, that should be given the power, the causes, or the excuses of joy and despair. Things come and things go. Things that come are a gift, even if they are negative. That negative is a means to tell us that we are on the proper course, and the temptation to intend or act on the negative is a test to throw us off track. However, when things go, then we are being tested with the lessons of non-attachment. Since everything, including these bodies, is temporary, ask yourself, did I really need it anyway? Things, such as property, are taken away when we attach too much importance and unnecessary significance to them, including people, property, and places. Also ask yourself, are you treasuring the experiences or the items of life? Accept people, places, and things as they are without trying to change them. Take responsibility to change the things, events, conditions for the betterment of ourselves and others, and the wisdom to know the difference between the unconditional love that will help promote a better world and self-serving, selfish greed on the behalf of the self-centeredness. We are all selfish, so it's not easy. The more we take and take and take without some form of self-sacrifice, fasting, or delayed gratification of any kind, the more that is taken or took from us. Yet, we can't figure out why. On dieting, the vibration from meat that is consumed can mix with personal vibrations, causing the person to have more difficulty remaining peaceful and nonviolent, especially the way the animal or animals are treated at the slaughterhouse. Most likely the cows, chickens, or whatever are scared silly, and when we consume that meat, we take on a form of that fear as well. After all, we are what we eat, which includes the intentions of the workers that slaughter these animals. Now let's take it a step further with even the milk from sluggish, stagnant, and lazy cows. And we wonder why we feel the way we do sometimes. It's a mix between our diet and our environment, but we always have choice. But if that choice is being weighed down by evil intent, greed, and sloth, then don't ask why too much. Receiving. When we ask the universe, God, or divine chaos to provide for us, then we shouldn't second guess whatever may arrive. We fail to understand the bigger picture, that all is in proper order, be it positive or negative or neutral. So trust, accept, and go with the flow. There should be no suffering by or for any individual, also animal, except what we choose for ourselves through intentions, choices, and actions. All is truly deserved at any and every level. Each soul that chose to separate from oneness and rebirth into a particular vessel or human chariot could have and sometimes did select to be born into a defected body. They often come to teach, influence, and inspire the lives they touch in others. Everything is truly perfect whether we want to believe it or not. We only see a very limited aspect of it all, and mostly our perception, including my own, is extremely filtered and biased. We only understand a portion of the reality we choose to experience. Therefore, step outside that bounds and see life for what it is. So, I thank you for another episode. I love you, and goodbye.